Okay, we have a MacBook Air and it's a no backlight. I'm sure you guys can see that. Right? Can you guys see that? Right. Can you see that? All of that counts. So this is trying to increase the brightness. Nothing happens. Okay, this is coming from a repair shop, so we're not gonna go over trying to do a reset and all of that. It's not gonna do anything. So let us take the back cover out. This is an A1466. This is a 2013, 2014. No, sorry. Um, 2015, 2017. Okay. So, yeah, it seems it's been attempted. And, okay, I see it seems to have an issue with the backlight, the feedback line. I'm not sure if you can see that. Can you see the feedback line seems washed off? You remember the feedback line? The pin 5, where you remember? Okay, this is going to be an 80-00165. 165. Okay. So it seems you have an issue with our feedback line, which is this here. That is supposed to make its way from pin 5 of U7701, which is the backlight driver, and then all the way it should make connection with the backlight output line. If that breaks, what's going to happen is you will have PP bus voltage on your backlight output. There will be no boosting taking place. Let us see what we have. Let's see. So I'm expecting that we will have the voltage, PP bus voltage on backlight output, and there will be no boosting. So we can check for our backlight output at these caps here. So let's see what we have. Do we have 8.6 volt? Okay, 0 volt, and then the other side 0 volt. Okay, let's check that again. 0 volt, 0 volt. Okay, PP342 is that the multimeter is definitely working. 0 volt here and 0 volt there. Okay, we're not even we have 0 volt on our backlight output. So at this moment we're going to disconnect the battery, and then we want to see if we have a short on our backlight output. We don't have a short on our backlight output. However, we are getting 0 volt on the backlight output. Let's see what about our fuse. Is our fuse okay? And our fuse is not okay. So I'm not sure that this is going to be just a fuse issue. Reason being that this is coming from a repair shop. So let us take the board out, because another thing I see, I'm just going to quickly check that. Let's see let's see what we measure on our feedback line. Diode mode, let's see, do we have 0 point, let's see what we have. Okay, so you see that OL, so that means we have a broken pad. So basically the backlight output is not making its way to pin 5 of the backlight section. So even if you replace the fuse, you will still have no backlight. So we definitely need to take the board out. I mean, if you just go ahead and replace all the fuses in this world, you still have no backlight, and that is because of the backlight. The feedback line, it's broken, so the chip is not going to boost. Okay, board is out. Two things we're most likely going to do, and we don't even have a backlight chip. I don't understand. This is a 2017 board and it has no backlight driver. I don't understand. Why was the backlight driver taken off? Okay, let's start from there. First thing we want to do, let's replace our fuse, or we can put a wire there, whichever we choose. Let's start by doing that. So the OL might just mean because we do not have the backlight driver on the board. So okay, um, fuse is out. Let's get another board for our backlight chip as well as the fuse. No, not a beep. We're supposed to get 0.500 and something in diode mode. Hmm. We get a backlight driver and a fuse. Okay, can use that. We bought some boards from MacFix, eh? The Oh, okay. Remember the one that that driver brought and it's trouble. They say, "Oh, I didn't see my money." Blah 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 blah. This guy was just gonna stress me for no reason, giving me a hard time. What are you talking about? Okay, now let's replace our fuse. Okay, fuse is in place. Let's see what we have on our backlight output. Do we have? Okay, first and first, let's check our fuse. So fuse okay. Fuse is fine. Backlight output, diode mode, 0 dash ground, and then the other side. Yeah, let me see. Is it increasing? Yeah, that's fine. But let's just clean off that part just to be sure. Nah, that part is gone. The part is gone. Let's take this out. Yeah, we are not going to get backlight in that state. Hmm. The part is completely off. There is a little bit of it left. Tiny bit of it. tiny bit of it. It's almost impossible to see. Can you see it? Just a tiny bit of it. Can you see that? So we need to scratch off here so we can join. وبالوالدين إحسانا وبالقربى واليتامى. So we have to be. Okay, we're not sure if it's making contact. We just hope it is making contact. Uh, okay, let's see what we have on our output now. Diode mode. Let's seem a little high enough, but let's see if we have any difference now. We may have to go. We may have to check that up again. So basically, we are trying to rejoin this part here. Is the feedback line. Let's see, do we have 12.5, 12.8 volt on backlight, or do we have What just happened there? Okay, that is good. Let's see, we have backlight. So let's put that board up on the shelf. This fan seem to be okay. Fine is good. Okay. We just want to quickly test that on the client's board, the client's shell, for you guys to see that we now have backlight. Okay, while we're waiting for the device to boot up, just a quick recap on what we did. So the board had no, the fuse on the board, the backlight fuse on the board was blown, which is F7700. That was damaged. Basically, the fuse was blown. The fuse was supposed to, whatever you have on pin 1 on the fuse is supposed to have on pin 2, but in this case we were only getting voltage at pin 1 because, and then pin 2 was 0. And that we confirmed because we had 0 volt on our backlight output. Ideally, even if in the case of this board we didn't have the backlight driver was missing from the board, but even with a missing backlight driver, you will still have the backlight output voltage, which is not boosting. Basically, you're still going to have that, but in this case we were getting 0 volt on the backlight output. So here we're getting 0 volt here. So what we had to do was, first thing first was to replace the fuse. After that we went to U7701, which is the backlight driver itself. We replaced 7701. However, our repair did not stop there because we had a broken veer at pin 5 of U70701, which is the feedback line. Now, with that feedback line broken, and then the chip will obviously stop boosting, and that will prevent us from having backlight. So what we had to do was to put a solder ball. We had to scratch the surface here to review a continuation path, to review this line, and then we had to put a solder block in between to create communication, and that was it. So those are the three things that we did to address the issue, and show you guys. Now we have backlight. Okay, so that doesn't seem bright enough. Okay, let's connect the keyboard and see if we need to do a PRAM reset. Otherwise, we may have to check out our backlight again. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to see if we have to do PRAM reset. I'm connecting the speakers. Okay, we have to do PRAM reset, and also it's at least one screw to hold the board in place. Okay, let's connect our charger. Try to do PRAM reset. Okay. I think it just I think what happened was it kind of went to kind of the screen dim, not like the backlight went off. Yeah. Okay, so wait for it. This is the third backlash repairs we're doing today, yeah? And they're all MacBook Airs. There'll be a lot of low backlash on our channel. The good thing now is when you actually type MacBook Air no backlight on, you can actually we pop up among the, even if you're not signed in, like even if you're not signed in. Okay, it's increase it now. Okay, so as you guys can see, we have fully functioning backlight. Okay, so we're just gonna clean the board, and yeah, the testing is gonna be done by Peter. We just clean the board, and yeah, so the repair is complete, guys. Thank you. I will see you guys in the next one. Peter is just gonna finalize this.